General Hospital spoilers reveal that Willow is drowning in deep regret as she realizes that her wrong choices have spiraled her life into chaos. Taking Drew's side and betraying Michael's feelings has now become a heavy psychological burden, especially with Michael gone to Germany for treatment. Willow can't stop thinking about the consequences of her actions, from losing Michael's trust to creating an unbridgeable gap between her and the man she once loved. Now, with Michael no longer by her side to help her face the pressures, Willow feels completely alone and vulnerable. Michael's departure serves as a wake-up call, making her realize that her feelings for Drew are not strong enough to make up for what she has lost. Willow's regret is not only about losing Michael but also about the feeling that she has betrayed herself, breaking the values she once cherished. This obsession becomes even clearer as Willow senses major changes approaching. Michael's absence not only leaves a void in her life but also forces her into a difficult position as she faces the Quartermaine family, who have always placed Michael's and their grandchildren's interests first. Willow now fears losing both Wiley and Amelia, the two children who mean everything to her, because of the wrong choices she made in the past. The regret and obsession not only throw Willow into a crisis but also place her in an inescapable situation. The adjustments she's trying to make seem too late, as everything around her is gradually falling apart. Willow now has to face the truth that sometimes mistakes are irreversible, and the only thing she can do is try to survive the consequences she created. Diane, as Michael's sharp lawyer, has received his instructions to sue Willow for adultery, which Michael believes will weaken her rights in the custody of Wiley and Amelia. Under Michael's guidance, Diane and the Quartermaine family quickly set a plan in motion to block any attempts Willow might make to take Wiley and Amelia out of the mansion. For the Quartermaine family, protecting their legacy and keeping the children under their control is not just an obligation but a way to maintain influence and power. However, the situation becomes even more tense as Willow faces the Quartermaine family blocking all her rights regarding Wiley and Amelia. Already stressed from betraying Michael, Willow now faces an unequal legal battle. The Quartermaine family, with Diane's support, not only uses Willow's infidelity to their advantage but also exploits every weakness from her past to strengthen their position. Willow feels cornered, not only losing Michael's support but also facing the risk of losing both children. The obsession with losing custody of Wiley and Amelia begins to eat away at Willow daily. She realizes that every wrong decision has led her to this point, where she no longer has the strength or power to protect her children from the Quartermaine family's control. Willow's efforts to fight seem to be extinguished by the strong legal wall Diane and the Quartermaine family have built. This pushes Willow further into despair, making her feel completely helpless. However, Willow is not one to give up easily. Even though the Quartermaine family blocks every path, she still tries to find ways to protect her rights with Wiley and Amelia. But the pressure from all sides, along with the guilt and strong opposition from Michael's family, forces her to face tough choices. Willow knows that without strong support from Drew or anyone else, she may lose everything. The tension between Willow and the Quartermaine family promises to create a dramatic storyline, where love, betrayal, and loyalty will be tested. Will Willow find a way to overcome the Quartermaine family's control and keep Wiley and Amelia with her, or will she be caught up in a spiral of schemes and loss? The upcoming developments in Port Charles are sure to bring many surprises and unforgettable emotions. Willow is in her worst situation yet, as she is abandoned by both the Quartermaine family and Nina. Losing the support of those she once hoped to rely on makes Willow feel completely isolated and pushed out of her own life. The betrayal by the Quartermaine family, who once accepted her as part of their lives when Michael was around, now makes them her strongest enemies. Not only do they use all their legal power to prevent her from accessing Wiley and Amelia, but they also make her feel the cold and decisive way they are protecting Michael's legacy without needing her. Even more painful is Nina, who Willow once thought could understand the pain of a mother, also chooses to side with the Quartermaine family. Nina doesn't hesitate to use her influence to secure her position with Wiley and Michael, even though it pushes Willow into a desperate situation. This double betrayal not only crushes Willow's spirit but also makes her feel as though the entire world has turned its back on her. Willow's efforts to hold on to her rights as a mother now feel like a solitary battle that she no longer has the strength or resources to win. In her state of despair and instability, Willow begins to seek out desperate solutions to regain control of her life. She no longer has the patience to wait or persuade those around her. Instead, Willow begins planning bold actions, regardless of the risks they may bring. She is determined not to let the Quartermaine family or Nina take Wiley and Amelia, but these emotional calculations may risk making everything even more chaotic. The change in Willow's mindset is not just a reflection of the pain of a mother losing her right to motherhood, but also shows a woman on the brink of collapse. Every decision Willow makes now is more emotional than rational, which could lead to unforeseen consequences. The loneliness and obsession with losing everything push Willow further into darkness, where every action she takes could result in severe consequences, not just for herself but also for those around her. Willow's story is no longer about a woman trying to redeem herself. It is a painful and tense journey of a mother pushed to the margins of the life she once tried to build. The upcoming developments will surely be filled with emotion and drama as Willow faces not only strong external enemies but also the growing internal conflicts within her. Will Willow find a way to rise up and fight once more, or will isolation and despair consume her? These questions will continue to push the story in Port Charles into a new, tension-filled, and surprising phase. Michael will soon return to Port Charles, bringing with him a major change and unavoidable explosive emotions. His return will not only be a significant milestone for the Corinthos and Quartermaine families but also mark the beginning of a new chain of conflicts, especially with Willow, who is facing the choices and consequences from her past. After his treatment in Germany, Michael may have clearer and stronger plans, not only to regain control of his family but also to face Willow and Drew's betrayal. Michael's appearance will certainly cause a major shock, particularly to Willow. She knows that his return will not only bring anger but may also be a direct threat to her future with Wiley and Amelia. Willow, already abandoned by the Quartermaine family and Nina, now faces an even greater risk as Michael may be determined to use every method to reclaim custody of the children. This pushes her into an extreme state of tension, where she feels that everything is spiraling out of control. Furthermore, Michael's return will complicate and tense up the relationships around him. The Quartermaine family may fully support Michael, further isolating Willow. Nina, who has previously tried to control Willow, may use the situation to strengthen her position in Michael's and the family's eyes. Meanwhile, Drew, who is trying to protect Willow, may become the next target in Michael's plan to seek justice. Willow, cornered, must face not only strong opposition from Michael but also the guilt and obsession from her past decisions. The tension between the two grows, pushing her into an anxious state where she must find ways to defend herself and protect her children. However, her efforts may be in vain if Michael is determined to take strong legal actions to remove her entirely from Wiley and Amelia's lives. Michael's return promises to stir up all of Port Charles, not just because of the tension between him and Willow but also the consequences it brings to the family and those around them. This is not only a battle between Michael and Willow but also a major test of loyalty, love, and the relationships that once bonded them. Can Willow find a way to protect herself and her children from the storm Michael brings, or will she be swept into a dangerous spiral with no escape? The upcoming events in Port Charles are sure to be filled with drama and surprise, with new twists revealed that will elevate the story to a new emotional and tense height. Willow will turn to Chase as her life spirals into chaos, and this action will undoubtedly mark a significant turning point in the dramatic story at Port Charles. Seeking comfort from Chase is not only the result of the loneliness and pain Willow is going through but also a sign that she is trying to escape the pressures and obsessions caused by her past and current relationships. Willow and Chase's relationship had been disrupted by past storms, but now it seems to be rekindling as both are looking for something more stable. Willow, hurt by the rift with Michael and the pressure from the Quartermaine family, sees in Chase someone who could bring temporary peace. However, Willow's turning to Chase is not just an escape from reality but also an emotional step filled with risks. Chase, with his protective instincts and undying feelings for Willow, may open his heart to let her back into his life. But rekindling their bond could complicate things further between Chase and Brooke Lynn, who is trying to build a future with him. This love triangle has the potential to ignite long-suppressed emotions, and if not carefully handled, it could push everyone into awkward and conflicting situations. Willow's actions not only affect Chase but also increase the tension between her and Michael. The closeness between Willow and Chase could make Michael feel betrayed once again, especially as he is recovering and fighting to regain custody of the children. Chase's appearance in Willow's life will certainly disrupt all of Michael's plans, and this could lead the three of them into an inevitable confrontation. The situation grows even crazier as suppressed emotions, wrong decisions, and the schemes surrounding Willow's life begin to intertwine. The bond between Willow and Chase, though it may provide her with temporary peace, also places them both in a position to face strong opposition from all sides. This newly blossomed love will not only change the dynamics between the characters but also serve as the catalyst for a new chain of dramatic events. Willow's choices will surely place her at the center of new emotional storms and conflicts, where every action could lead to unforeseen consequences. Will Willow find solace and stability in Chase's arms, or will this relationship become the source of even bigger problems, pushing everything into a chaotic, uncontrollable state? The upcoming events in Port Charles promise to be full of drama and surprises.